Welcome to everyone interested in cryonics. In my previous video, I explained why starting a new cryonics organization is extraordinarily difficult. There are many obstacles when opening a cryonics organization, but one challenge stands out above all others: organizing the very first cryopreservation. In that video, I argued that the first cryopreservation is the main bottleneck preventing new cryonics initiatives from emerging. And to fix this problem, we are creating Cryonics Guidelines. In this video, I will briefly summarize that argument, explain why this project matters to you personally, invite you to participate, and then explain what exactly we are building and how you can contribute. Now I want to address you directly. If cryonics is your personal survival strategy, then your outcome depends on more than just signing a contract. It depends on geography, timing, coordination, and preparation, many factors that are largely outside your control unless you actively intervene. Cryonics works reliably only within a narrow operation window. It works well if you live close to a cryonics organization, if a standby team can reach you early, or if death is anticipated in advance. Outside of that window, everything becomes uncertain. Most cryonics clients live far away from their organization. In many cases, it takes 8 hours or more for a standby team to reach them by plane. This means that high-quality cryoprotection is only possible if the team is called before legal death occurs. Now, here is the critical part. Sudden death happens in roughly 20% of cases. If that happens to you, there will be no standby, no rapid response, no fast cooling. The best you can realistically expect is poor cryoprotection, and in many cases it will be a straight freeze. This is how cryonics currently operates. If you are relying on cryonics for your personal survival, this is not a theoretical problem. Sudden death is a real risk that already applies to you. The situation becomes even worse if you have an insurance-based contract, but realistically understand that once you are no longer insurable, you will not be able to purchase a full contract. Or maybe you already cannot obtain life insurance due to age or medical reasons. For people in this situation, there is no viable backup plan at all. And that leads to a very uncomfortable conclusion. If you want to avoid the risk of sudden death, resulting in a straight freeze, and if you want to be cryopreserved even when you are no longer insurable, then you must be able to organize a local cryopreservation using local specialists, with or without the direct involvement of your cryonics organization. There is only one problem: you don't know how to do this. And this is exactly why we, as cryonicists, are working on cryopreservation guidelines. These guidelines are meant to teach you how to quickly organize a high-quality cryopreservation in the area where you live. Now let me explain what we are actually building, and just as importantly, what we are not building. Several people suggested that we simply expand the existing Cryonics wiki with information about preparation. There already is a Cryonics wiki, and technically we could add more content to it. We are not going to do that for two reasons. First, wikis are boring. They're useful as reference libraries, but that's all. Second, and more importantly, wikis do not teach. They store information, but they do not guide a person through a process. What we are building is closer to interactive educational courses than to a knowledge base. Our goal is not to dump information on the user. Our goal is to transform the user's level of preparedness step by step. The guidelines will be implemented as an interactive website with multiple structured sections: legal preparation, equipment, cooling, cryoprotection, storage, and more. The content will adapt to the user's situation, their budget, their preferences, and their level of preparedness. Someone who can only afford chemical fixation will follow one path. Someone aiming for high-quality cryoprotection will follow another. Each step unlocks the next level of preparedness. In the beginning, the user may only be capable of organizing a basic post-mortem response. Later, they may be able to coordinate specialists, prepare equipment, and build a full cryopreservation workflow. We are not building a library, we are building a training system. Some people also suggested creating educational videos. Emil Kenziora from Tomorrow Bio, for example, proposed that approach.
Starting an organization is quite complex. There isn't just, you can't just read a book and then say, hey, awesome, now I know everything, and now this is just the recipe how to start an organization, right? There aren't YouTube videos, YouTube tutorials about, how to do cryopreservations.
High-quality educational videos are great, but they require enormous effort: scripting, filming, editing, revisions, and updates. If we focused on videos, the guidelines themselves would be delayed by months or even years. At this stage, speed and flexibility matter more than production value. Text-based interactive content allows us to iterate quickly, improve continuously, and scale collaboration. There is one more important lesson behind this project. In my previous video, I promised to explain why a similar initiative failed in the Russian-speaking cryonics community. The short answer is simple: we overcomplicated it. We spend too much energy on integrations, maps, databases, and complex technical systems, instead of focusing on writing clear, actionable text. This time we are doing the opposite. No integrations, no complex infrastructure, just a regular website with clear, structured, actionable content. So, who can participate? In short, almost anyone. We welcome professionals where available: lawyers, physicians, mechanical engineers, chemists, and others who can help refine specific sections of the guidelines. But if you don't have specialized cryonic skills, that is not a problem at all. Most tasks require consistency and careful thinking rather than formal credentials. Searching for information, structuring content, editing documents, working with AI. Importantly, this project is grounded in real-world experience. The task list for creating these guidelines was reviewed by 2 cryonicists who independently managed to organize cryopreservation and then opened their own cryonics organization. Yes, at least 2 people have already completed the entire preparation process on their own. This means what we are building is not hypothetical, it is achievable for a single motivated person. Our goal is simply to make the process easier, faster, and more reliable, ideally simple enough to prepare for a high-quality cryopreservation within about 1 week. For project management, we use ClickUp. If you contact me, I will add you to our group. You will be able to choose a task that fits you. We also have shared documents for collaboration, a group chat for discussion, and regular video calls once a week to distribute work and answer questions. If cryonics matters to you, then you already understand why this project exists. If you want to help build cryonics guidelines for yourself and for others, contact me. All my contacts are in the video description: Telegram, Discord, and Reddit. Send me a message and I will add you to our working group. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you for watching.